Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're jumping into something that's right at the center of how we work, Microsoft 365. Now, let's be honest, it's a huge and, frankly, kind of confusing ecosystem sometimes. So what we're going to do today is demystify it, break it down so you can see exactly how all the pieces fit together. Let's dive in. So does this sound familiar? Your workday feels like you're just trying to keep your head above water. There's this constant flood of emails, notifications pinging from every direction, and the files you need are, well, they're scattered everywhere. If that hits home, trust me, you are not alone. You know, this kind of digital chaos has become the daily grind for so many of us. We feel like we're spending more time just looking for stuff than actually doing anything with it. And that feeling that you're just doing busy work, not the work that really matters, well, that is the exact problem Microsoft 365 was built to solve. So before we get to the solution, let's just take a second to really nail down the problem itself, what we're calling the chaos of modern work. Okay, so this whole hybrid work thing, it's changed everything, right? I mean, we've got more flexibility, which is great, but it's also thrown a bunch of new hurdles our way. Like, how do you keep a team feeling like a team when they're not in the same room? How do you make sure everyone has secure access to what they need no matter where they are? This new world really requires a new kind of tool. And that right there brings us to probably the most important idea we're going to talk about today. See, Microsoft 365 isn't just a rebrand for the apps you already use. It's a whole different way of thinking. It's an integrated platform built for this new reality. To really get what Microsoft 365 is now, it kind of helps to look back at how we got here. It all started with Office 365, Word, Excel, and PowerPoint in the cloud. Then it evolved to pull in the Windows operating system itself for a more connected feel. But the final, really crucial piece was adding this deep layer of security and management. And that's the moment it went from just being a box of apps to a real unified platform. So what's actually in this platform? What are we talking about here? Well, first, you've got the productivity apps. You know them, you love them. Second, they're all the collaboration services, things like Teams and SharePoint. Third is that deep tie-in with Windows. And finally, the big one, enterprise mobility and security. Just think of this as the security blanket that wraps around everything, managing who gets access to what and keeping all your company's data safe no matter what device you're on. All right, so we've got the foundation. Now let's get into the good stuff, how this platform actually helps us all work together smarter. Okay, so when we talk about collaboration in Microsoft 365, we have to start with Teams. It's really the heart of the whole operation. The whole idea is for it to be like your digital office, that one spot where all your conversations, your meetings, your calls, and your files for any given project all live together. It's about cutting down on all that app switching. Okay, let's tackle a big one. This causes so much confusion. OneDrive versus SharePoint. Here is the absolute simplest way to break it down. Think of OneDrive as your personal file cabinet in the cloud. It's for your stuff. SharePoint, on the other hand, is the shared central library for your entire team. In fact, here's a little pro tip. Every time you share a file in a Teams channel, guess what? It's actually living in a SharePoint site in the background. And it goes way beyond just sharing files, right? The platform gives you this whole universe of other tools for pretty much any task. So whether you're hashing out ideas on a virtual whiteboard, keeping a project on track with Planner, editing a live document with Loop, or sharing a meeting recording with Stream, you've got the right tool for the job. And the key is, they're all designed to play nicely together. Okay, now let's talk about the real superpower, the thing that takes this whole platform to another level. We're talking about your AI work assistant. And that, of course, is Microsoft 365 Copilot. Now, the most important thing to get about Copilot is that it's not another app. You don't have to go find it and open it up. It's literally woven into the fabric of Word, Excel, Teams, all the apps you're already in every single day. Its whole purpose is to help you be more productive and creative. So you might be wondering, okay, that's cool, but how does it actually know what I'm doing? Well, the secret sauce here is something called the Microsoft Graph. The easiest way to think about it is like the connective tissue of your organization's data. It understands how everything is connected, the people, the content, the conversations, and it does this securely. So Copilot can only access your stuff, the things you already have permission to see, to give you help that's actually relevant.
And the way it works is actually pretty simple. First, you just ask it something in plain English, like, hey, summarize this morning's project meeting for me. Then, behind the scenes, Copilot works its magic, using those powerful large language models and the graph to find all the relevant info. And just like that, it delivers a smart summary right back to you, inside the app you're already in.
And this isn't just in one app, it's everywhere. Imagine you're in Word and you just say, draft a proposal based on this PowerPoint and that spreadsheet. Or you're in Excel staring at a wall of numbers and you just ask it to show you the top 3 trends. Or maybe you missed a meeting. No big deal. Teams can give you the recap, complete with who's supposed to do what. That's how Copilot handles the busy work, so you can focus on the important stuff.
This is a really fundamental shift. It's a game changer in how we work with AI and how AI works with us. The goal isn't AI working for you, but with you. Think of it less like a tool and more like a teammate.
So let's pull all this back together. We talk about the future of work like it's some far-off sci-fi concept. But the whole point is, with these kinds of tools, that future is pretty much here right now. So if you remember anything from our chat today, let it be these 4 things. First, Microsoft 365 is an integrated platform, not just a bunch of apps. Second, it's all about seamless collaboration with tools like Teams and SharePoint. Third, it's supercharged with AI-powered productivity thanks to Copilot. And finally, it's all built on a foundation that's secure and managed for the way we work today. It's designed to cut through the chaos.
And all of that leaves us with one last big question to think about. When the AI takes care of all that busy work, the tedious stuff like sorting emails and summarizing notes, what are you going to do with all that extra brain power and time? What will you create? And that really is the promise of all this. Thanks for joining me on The Explainer.